Hello everyone, my name is Satyam and welcome to my channel. Hello guys, I'm back with my another video. So this is one of the most requested video on my channel. I don't know why I was not making this video, but today I'm making it. In this video I will be showing you my vlogging setup and also my riding gear. So basically I'm merging two different videos in one. So if you're not interested in this vlogging setup and stuff and you want to see my riding gears, then you can directly skip to this time and you can check it out. So let's start off with my vlogging setup. So in total I use 7 cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Yeah. Now guys, one more question which I get a lot, that do you require all this expensive setup for vlogging? And my answer is no. Just go for the best possible quality you can give. Now you must be saying that, bro, it's really very easy for you to say. You already have all these expensive cameras and stuff. Now guys, I have been vlogging since 1.5 years now, and with my experience I'm saying that you don't need all this expensive setup until and unless you have already set a level of quality. Now from day one I have been using this vlogging setup, so I cannot go below that. I will always upgrade. So as I told you, this is my day-to-day vlogging setup. At the bottom I have GorillaPod K5 tripod. Now before that I was using this is GorillaPod Focus. Now I used it for 10 to 11 months, and after using that much, all the balls, as you can see, are really very loose, and this tripod also resulted in break of my one laptop. Actually I was taking a time lapse on this camera using this tripod, and this leg folded out and this camera fell on my MacBook, which resulted break in my screen. Yeah. So as I was telling you about my setup, at the bottom I have Gorilla K5 tripod. Then the camera which I'm using is Canon EOS 760D. It has a 18 to 135mm STM lens, and the focusing of this lens is pretty amazing. That is why I went for this camera. And at the top I'm using Rode Video mic. Now guys, talking about the price. The price of this GorillaPod is 10,000 rupees. At the time when it was released, it was for 20,000 rupees, but I bought it for 10,000. This camera costed me 74,000 rupees. The price of only body is 50,000 rupees, but with this lens it will cost you 74,000 rupees. And the price of this mic is 8,500 rupees at the time when I bought. So in total this setup costed me 92,500 rupees. Now it's really a very expensive setup. It is not compulsory for you to use this setup only. You can also use your cell phone. Now if you are not using any expensive cameras till now, then I would suggest that invest your money in a good smartphone which has good camera and stuff. Now I have been using this setup from day one, so I cannot drop my quality. So the second camera which I use is this. It is Sony Alpha 6000, and mostly I use this camera for taking cinematic shot and for taking wide angle shot and stuff. So the price of this specific model, which came with two kit lenses, that is 16 to 50mm lens and then 55 to 210mm lens, it costed me 60,000 rupees. Then the next camera which I use are my mobiles. It is an S7 Edge and my iPhone 10. Now many of the places over here in India, like malls and stuff, big cameras are not allowed. So that time I most probably use my cell phone. Also when I'm riding and I don't want to take my camera out because I have taken just 5-minute break, so to save my time I again use my cell phone for vlogging. One more thing, if you vlog from phone, not many people will watch, but if you use setup like this, then people will just stare on you. I've experienced it a lot. Now the next two cameras are my action cam, and most of the time I use it for my motovlogging only. I don't use it for my day-to-day vlog, and they both are this. It is a GoPro Hero 5 and it is a replica of SJ4000. Now this camera does not belong to me, it belongs to one of my friend, but he doesn't use it, so I use it for my secondary shot and stuff. Now talking about GoPro Hero 5, it's one of the best camera for motovlogging. The footage quality is just awesome. It records in 4K also. It records in 1080p 60 frames per second, which I use most of the time. It has really very good stabilization and stuff, and the low light performance of this camera is just fabulous. So GoPro Hero 5 is basically my main motovlogging camera. My next camera is my drone. which is this. It is DJI Spark. Now it is really a very cute drone, I would say, and really very useful if you want to take quick shots and stuff. It does not attract many people's attention. Many people think that it is a toy and not as a drone camera. Before this, I was having a DJI Phantom 4 Pro, which was just awesome. But the problem with that was it was really very uncomfortable to carry. And so you have to carry it in such a big case, and it's really not that practical while you're riding, because you have to carry a specific bag just to carry that drone. Now guys, with cameras and stuff, there is one more thing which you need while vlogging, in which you can carry this setup, and that is a proper bag. So the bag which I use to carry all this stuff is this. This bag is from Gods. The exact model name is Ghost. And I have to say it's really very perfect bag for each and every YouTuber who carry their cameras with them. The main reason for that is hard shell. Now before this, I used to use a Red Bull bag which did not had a hard shell, and I faced a bit problem because in that my mic used to get pressed, my buttons used to get pressed, sometimes my camera used to just turn on because of the stuff inside that, and my battery would drain and stuff. But with this, it does not happen. So let me show you how I keep my vlogging setup inside this bag. So guys, first let me show you all the compartments which this bike has, and due to which I am telling it one of the best bag for the YouTubers. So at the top over here you can see there is a laptop bag which can easily fit a 15.5-inch laptop. I keep my MacBook Pro 15.5 which really very easily inside it, as you can see. Then over here there is a compartment in which usually I keep my iPad. Then over here there are two cable managers. In one I keep my micro USB cable, and in one I keep my lightning cable. Then over here I keep all the dongles for my MacBook Pro. As you all know, MacBook Pro does not have USB port directly, so you have to keep that dongle. So I keep all the stuff over here. So over here, as you can see, it has just one big compartment with few pockets, as you can see over here. So in this pocket I keep my laptop charger and my phone charging bricks and stuff. Then over here I keep my main camera, as you can see right over here. It just goes like this. Then over here I keep my Gorilla Pod. Then I keep my that camera inside this pocket, and I'm good to go. Now after keeping this all cameras and stuff, you can also keep two sets of clothes if you're traveling somewhere, and it's really a very good bag. Over here you have a sunglass compartment. Then over here you have some quick access pockets, as you can see right over here. I don't have anything right now, and that's the reason why I'm using this bag. So guys, with this I end my first part. Now I will be showing you my riding gear. Let's do it. Now guys, let's start off with my riding gear. So I will go from top to bottom. So let's start off with my helmet. So the helmet which I have is this. It is basically LS2 FF302 helmet. Now it is kind of a heavy helmet, I would say, and yeah, I know there are lots of scratches over here. Actually my brother found my helmet today only, and I definitely need to change my visor. Actually I'm searching for a pin lock visor for this helmet. As soon as I will get it, I will change it. So as you can see over here is my helmet. This is my GoPro setup. Over here I have installed BTS2 intercom, ASG-BT-S2 intercom, and yeah, overall it is a good helmet. It has dual visor, as you can see over here. Then at bottom it has a quick release buckle. It doesn't has a double D-ring, it just has a quick release buckle, as you can see over here. So that's my helmet. Now let's check out my jacket. So the jacket which I have is this. This jacket is basically from a brand called Rhinox. The exact model name is Rhinox Style Evo, and at the time when I bought this, it was top of the line from Rhinox, and it is still one of the best jacket under 10,000 rupees for touring. Reason being, vents. There are lots of air vents in this which won't make you feel hot when you're riding in summer, and that's really very important if you're touring. Now it will come with a thermal liner and a rain liner, which I haven't used any time. I've used thermal liner just once and it made me sweat a lot. Touring jacket are usually heavy, so you won't need any thermal liner under it. And if you like to ride in rain, then you will need a rain liner. I personally don't like to ride in rain. So that's about my jacket. So the gloves which I use are this. This glove is from XDI and this glove is from Biking Brotherhood. Now I don't know the exact model name of this gloves, but these are basically BBG Tourer. Now most of the time I use these gloves when I'm riding in cold because it kind of protect you from cold, and I use these gloves regularly. Now as a rider, the biggest problem we face are in luggage system. Now specifically for me, I have to carry lots of cameras and stuff. I have to be really very picky my bike luggage system. So there are two bags which I use whenever I go for a long ride and stuff. The first one is this. Now many of you must be knowing this bag because lots of riders use this. It is basically Rhinox magnetic tank bag, and I have to say it's one of the best tank bag I have used. Total I have used 2 tank bags and this one is the best. Now there are 2 reasons for me to say it as a best tank bag. The first one is obviously storage. Now it has a 32 liters of space, which you can also increase just by unzipping this zip. And after extending it, I am able to keep all of my cameras and stuff inside this only. Means whenever I go to ride, I keep my drone inside this, I keep my small camera, I keep my big camera with that Gorilla Pod and mic, and I have no problem fitting it inside this. Now the second reason of it being the best tank bag is its installation process. Now this tank bag has 5 strong magnet, as you can see over here, and you can just stick it on your tank. Now the problem is that it will only stick on metal tank as does magnet work. But if your bike does not has a metal tank, then Rhinox does provide installation strap. With the help of that, you can install it on your bike. That's how easy it is. Now I have kept all of my vlogging setup inside that bag, but where will I keep my clothes and stuff? So for that I use a saddle bag, and the saddle bag which I use is this. This is a Wiredara cloth saddle bag, and it's really a very good saddle bag. For the reason being, it is not just a saddle bag, it's a combination of saddle bag and a tail bag. It goes on your rear seat, and the reason why I bought this specific one is it gives me a good backrest. Yeah, that is the reason why I bought this specific one. Now storage of this thing is also good, as you can see over here. It has this whole storage. Then over here you have a mesh pocket inside which you can keep your papers of your bikes and stuff. You also have a storage over here in which I kept a rain cover for this bag. Now both of my bags are not waterproof, so I have to carry this rain cover for them. So I kept the rain cover inside this compartment. On both the sides you have this small pocket, as you can see over here, and this large pocket. Now in this large pocket you can also carry a 5 liter jerry can. Now installing this thing on your bike is very easy. I will give a link in the description box below if you want to see how to install this on your bike. And these are all the stuff which I use while riding. So guys, here is the end of part 2. Both of this topic was very requested and I finally made a video on both of them. By the way guys, all the products which I showed in this video will be listed down in the description box, so you can definitely check it out. Alright guys, so here I end my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed, then click here to subscribe and click here to see my last video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.